Welcome to stage 3 of the Tour de France. We're in for an exciting stage here on the roads of Belgium. Two men have gone off the front. It is George Hincapie and Ad Wijnands, both of the Fiat squad. They're approaching the Eau de Clermont, and Wijnands has done most of the work today, so I think Hincapie about to leave him pretty soon. So the plan seemed to get Hincapie up the road for the King of the Mountains points. Several categorized climbs on offer today, including this one, a Category 3, the Eau de Clermont, and you see that Hincapie leaving Wijnands behind. So Wijnands, his job is done for the day. Meanwhile, here comes the peloton, fight for position at the base of the cobbled climb. Zulu Kingdom in control, the yellow jersey of Andre Darga near the front, so too is the green jersey Mario Cipollini. As Henny Kuiper comes to the front to set the tempo. Stan Ockers, I think, will be excited at the possibility of gaining time on some other climbers today. So too will Bjarne Riis. And you see some devastation behind. Splits occurring already, 56 kilometers from the finish. And the Eau de Clermont causing a bit of disruption in the main field. So 11 riders from the peloton still present and correct. Ockers among them. Henri Anglois, Jamaldine Abdijaparov, they're up here. Here's the yellow jersey group. Andy Schleck, he's got himself up there. No sign of Bjarne Riis or Ghost Peterson. There's Cipollini. Julien Alaphilippe is there. And here comes the Kelme train, so Bjarne Riis, on his way back in this chase group, caught a glimpse of Andrew Hampsten, Frank Schleck, Truman Peruena, but I did not see Ghost Peterson, so Laviclaire needs to get him back in the race. George Hincapie maintaining an advantage of around 3 minutes. He's on to the next Category 4 climb, the Corte Care. In this group of 20, they don't seem to be pushing the tempo, so I think this peloton of 25 will get back on terms. The group of Cipollini, Bjarne Riis, they are back in the fold. This is the next main group on the road. That includes Theo Guimard. This must be the group of Ghost Peterson, and there he is. So he's on his way back. So Laviclaire averting a tough situation, at least for now. But Peterson not at home on the cobbles, and still 2 more cobbled hills, including one coming up very shortly, and that is the Tyenberg. It's George Hincapie already cresting the summit, and his advantage has been extended out to nearly 5 minutes, and with just 44 kilometers to go, I think Hincapie could have a chance at a stage victory from the break. All depends on how hard the peloton are willing to chase. Is Henny Kuiper still riding tempo? It seems the teams are more concerned about getting their GC riders through the day as opposed to attacking each other, and that plays to the advantage of the leader George Hincapie. You see his teammate, the erstwhile breakaway companion, Ad Wijnands, thinging off the road, but the pace once again turned off. Splits have occurred, but I expect them to once again get back on terms. I don't expect this peloton to finish all together by the end of the day, especially considering there's one more cobble climb towards the finish. That is the Muur van Heronsbergen, which featured in the Omelet Het Nieuwsblad in the first race of the season. So I think that'll cause a final sort out. And the little climbers like Marco Pantani and Gert-Jan Tönnissen, I think will have a hard time hanging on to that. Jumping over the Canarieberg goes George Hincapie. He's been one of the great breakaway riders this season. He's been in so many moves in the early stage races, including the Tour de Suisse, the Tirreno Adriatico. He was aggressive in Paris-Roubaix and helped himself to a second place finish. He's been attacking in the other classics for his leader Jan Ross, so Hincapie one of the more exciting riders in the VeloTour. He's making a bid for stage victory now. And if he were somehow to get a flat tire or otherwise crack, you can at least take solace in the fact that he will lead the King of the Mountains competition for at least the next few stages. So a great day out for George Hincapie and the Fiat team. Meanwhile, it seems the peloton has swelled back up to 57 riders. A few men still hanging off the back, including a group with Julian Alaphilippe, and that is a bit of a surprise. Alaphilippe finished in the top 10 of Paris-Roubaix, so you would not expect him to be dropped on a cobbled route like this. George Hincapie, ignoring what's happening behind, just focusing on the task at hand. Still looks quite strong, but 26 kilometers solo on the flat roads, still a tough order to keep the pedals turning. Alaphilippe still has not got back on terms yet. Looks like he might do so on this climb. He's making a big effort to tack onto the back. I think Alaphilippe back in the fold. So crisis averted for the Blackberry team, their leader back in the peloton. And the Ceramigas team having all sorts of issues because both of their top climbers, Pedro Delgado and Andrew Hampsten, are in this group that's been dropped. They have several teammates there as well. Mario Cipollini, a teammate of Hampsten and Delgado, is still up with this group, so perhaps taking a chance at stage victory as opposed to helping his climbers. Though Chippo is looking a bit tired himself. So a bad day for Ceramigas. We knew this was a danger with the cobblestones, and so far they've been unable to handle it. Laviqueur still look comfortable. The fact that they're chasing this hard at the front suggests that Ghost of Peterson must be in this group, because they wouldn't try and ride their GC leader off the wheel. So it looks like a number of Fiat riders caught back here. Cipollini's in that second group around 1 minute behind. And the advantage of Hincapie down to 2 minutes 44 seconds, so it's not all over yet. As he makes his push up the final climb of the day. So Hincapie, he's gone up and over, he's won every climb. Still has a decent lead, and I think it'll be enough to hang on. But what final twists and turns will happen with the peloton? Seems that Laviqueur is interested in keeping the pace high, because George Hincapie, although he's lost some time in the opening 2 stages, if he survives by enough of a margin, he will be the new race leader. And Andre Dargad of Laviqueur is the current leader. So perhaps Laviqueur interested in keeping that yellow jersey? It's the advantage of Hincapie with this slowing down of the peloton back out over 3 minutes. I believe Hincapie's deficit at the start of the stage was 2 minutes 28 seconds, so at this point he is the virtual race leader. And now Adidas starting the chase with Thierry Marie, which suggests that Jan Kursipuu must be in this peloton of 39 riders. With under 3Ks to go, George Hincapie is going to cap off a great escapade in Flanders. Into the last kilometer, he's been by himself for over 60 kilometers. A brilliant performance for Hincapie. His team will be absolutely delighted, and I think a yellow jersey, a green jersey, and a King of the Mountains jersey await him at the finish. So chapeau to George Hincapie. He's taken his chance well, and here comes the sprint for second place. Peloton of 39 riders duking it out. It's like Abdi Japarov winding it up, but he's faded, and Ursfoiler, best of the rest. Dargad takes third, Abdi Japarov fourth, and Julian Alaphilippe recovers from a tough moment early in the stage, getting fifth place. So no sign of Mario Cipollini in this group. He has been dropped. So the points classification narrowing as a result of today's stage. Although I think Hincapie ought to be the new leader because he scored some points on stage 1 from the break. And now he's won stage 3. Caught a glimpse of Andrew Hampston, who's lost around 4 minutes to the main peloton. His teammate Delgado will lose even more. So a disaster day for Ceramikas. There are 2 GC riders losing minutes. I can confirm that Stan Åkers, Andy Schleck, and Bjarne Riis were in that peloton that finished 3 minutes behind George Hincapie. I did not see Gustav Peterson, but that doesn't mean he wasn't there. Now we're looking for Marco Pantani, and there he is. And he's a long way behind, and he's all by himself. So Pantani will lose around 20 minutes on today's stage. So his dreams of yellow in Paris, I think, are about over, unless some really spectacular attacking occurs in the mountains. But first and second place for Fiat today could not have gone any better. They lead all of the classifications, and they've got themselves a stage victory. It's a fabulous result for them, and I think their manager, Gus, ought to be very pleased with that. So it's Hincapie, Foiler of Fiat, then Andre Dargat in 3rd place. Kamaluddin Abdijaparov of Zulu Kingdom is 4th, Alfleet 5th. Rudy Altig, Jan Ross, Matteo Trentin, Gianluca Bordolami, and Alexander Gonchenkov rounding out the top 10. We'll have to investigate where the top general classification favorites were. So they're spread all over the road today. Looks like Blackberry had all their men there. Åkers, the Schleck brothers, Bjarne Riis, Jan Ulrich, Alfleet, they were all there. There is Gustav Peterson, so he's lost 2 minutes to his main rivals. He was in the group that finished 5 minutes down, so that is a loss for La Vie Claire. Peterson will have to make it up in the time trial, and see the time gaps really opening up at the back of the race. There is the new GC. It is George Hincapie, the new leader, 38 seconds ahead of Andre Dargad, 42 seconds ahead of Cyril Guimard, 55 seconds over Roger de Kock, and 57 seconds over Stan Åkers in 5th place. Henny Kuiper, Jackie Duron, Tommy Prem, Santiago Patero, and Henri Onglade, the rest of your top 10. Certainly the order has been upset, as Hincapie and 39 other riders finishing ahead of everyone else, gaining quite a bit of time. Gustav Peterson falling outside the top 20 for his time lost today. In the Lanterne Rouge is Chris Boardman, who finished more than 20 minutes behind today. His teammate Pantani not much better. Chris Boardman could be a long-term favorite to win the Lanterne Rouge. There is the new green jersey leader, George Hincapie. Winning the stage, he scored a big chunk of points to go along with his collection from stage 1. Cipollini down in the 2nd place in that, and Abdijaparov in 3rd. And George Hincapie extending his lead in the King of the Mountains jersey. I think he's going to lead that for the next few stages at least. And Fiat leading the team classification, effectively gaining 3 minutes on the rest of the race thanks to George Hincapie's escape. So things could not have gone better for Fiat today, but tomorrow we're going to the Mur de Huy, an uphill finish, so Hincapie will be challenged to defend his yellow jersey. An explosive finale on tomorrow's stage. We'll see you then.